Hi, welcome to Alex's Projects. My name is Alex. This is my project right now. It's a 1971 Ford Bronco that we're working on repairing the body. We've installed a set of camper jacks on all four corners so that we can lift the body off the frame to repair some parts of the frame where the body mounts to the frame. So today I'm going to work on reinforcing this nose here, this front clip, so that I can lift it off the frame without this sagging down and snapping or causing further misalignment. So I'm just going to take a piece of angle iron here. I'm going to weld it here temporarily so that it holds this up, and then I've got some work to do to the other side. Ooh, right through it. Alright, I got it set up to weld some spots here to tack this this member to the A-pillar. So hopefully that'll hold it from woggling around while we're lifting it. Alright, I wish I had a way to get the rest stop right here so I could make this tack. I'll work on that now. Got my baby angle grinder. You know, these still come in handy. Even if you're past the hobbyist level, you only get in tiny spots. Yeah, still didn't get close enough though, did it? All right, let's try that. All right. Yeah. All right, well, that's the best I can do on that, I think. Should do the general job. It's not permanent. This whole bottom is going to get cut out and replaced, if not the entire thing on this A-pillar, because it's pretty roached all the way to the top, well, halfway, about to here. So, for now, we're going to go ahead and see if this is good enough to lift it again and get it a little higher. Okay, I added an extra little piece of reinforcement here to kind of give a little better structure to this, this right side, this passenger side apron. And in addition to what I did on the other side with the crossbar and also welding the A-pillar back to the rocker. So I'm ready to go ahead and get this thing up in the air. One thing, I put some little rollers on the bottoms of all the feet, so we could possibly move the body around. I don't know how that's going to work out yet. But the first thing I want to do is get the Bronco down off of its roller skates. I want to put it down on the floor a little lower so we have more range, more distance up to the ceiling, up to that beam, so that we maybe get a little more height out of it. So I'm going to go ahead and get another with some floor jack and get those dollies out from under the wheels. Well, this is what we got so far. Let's see, looks like we've got some room. To be honest, I'm a little afraid to crawl under it without some other kind of support. To be honest, good news is we got room to work kind of down here right now. Those were those front mounts I was originally trying to get to. I think I can push this body back. Let's see how that works. Let's see how much we got. There we go. That's quite a bit of lift here. Yeah, let's say the frame is, or the body's pretty much off the frame. And I don't feel like the front clip is sagging with the reinforcement we did. It's pretty stiff. So I think that was good. Alright, well, the next step, I suppose, is to try to see if rolling this is going to be a disaster. But let's give it a shot. You just never know. Alright, well, I guess I'll see what happens if I give it a little shove. Ooh, what's going on there? Here's something moving. Well, for one thing, the gear shifter is very much in the way. So my original thought was to pull this back to free up those mounts in the front, which it looks like mission accomplished. I do technically have enough space to work in the front as I'd originally planned. Let's see here. I mean, there they are. The whole body is back. Looks like I might have another. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, okay, that's where we're stopping. Okay. That's our point. Yep, right here. Oh, no. Sorry. I'm confused. Haha, never mind. Those are always attached to that. Okay, that's another point of failure. Good. Okay. Let's see. What do you think? How much space? I think the biggest deal is that shifter down there trying to cause us trouble. I don't know if I can. There's only one bolt. I mean, how hard it could be? All right. Let's see. I don't think anything else is really in the way, per se. I don't think there's any craziness going on to stop us. I think it's just my own nerve that's stopping us from pushing this thing way back here. Yeah, there's nothing hanging up that I can see. Yep. Well, I guess I don't have enough time to work tonight, so I don't like leaving this up like this. I think I'm going to go ahead and drop it back down, put it back over its mounting points, and then on the next good day I've got, or I have a few hours to burn, I'll go ahead and start on those mounts and see if I can't come up with a plan to cut them out, cut out this old metal here. Like, I'm thinking if I cut it like this or cut it out, maybe I can, I know they have big giant washers you can weld to the top. I could go that way. And I'm kind of maybe thinking about doing that, but I really like the idea of cutting this metal out, welding in a new patch, and then drilling a brand new hole at the same flush with this member here. So let me think about that. Would you just give me a second to think? Yeesh. All right. Well, now we'll get back to this. I have to do some planning. I'm going higher. is that beam. So these things go really high. Yeah. So, even higher. And we got tons of room to work on these various mounts. I have access to that shifter that's in the way. You can see how it's in the way. The top of the engine is like right there. So all that's keeping us from moving, I probably dented the top of the roof in. It's that damn beam. So, if I really wanted to pull the body off the frame, I would just have to take the top off first. And then lower it down, and then jack it up to the point where I get over the top of the engine. And I don't know if I could ever get that high. That's a long way. Yeah, I doubt I could get high enough to actually get the body off the frame in here, but it's a fun thought. But we do have enough room to work. I decided if I want to be safe, I mean, there's no reason for these stands to catastrophically fail. They are designed to lift pretty heavy campers, and I think store them on them, but I'm not 100% sure about that. But I figure I could put a block between the frame and that body point. So if I wanted to rest the body down on something onto the frame, I could put a nice, like a big old block under there between that frame member and that body member. And there's a space to do that in the front of the frame too. So I could have a safe, nice high point to work on the body and stuff underneath the body if I think I really wanted to, which I kind of do at this point. I can get pretty good access in there without tearing the thing apart. Yeah. There, it's better light. This is a rusty beast, isn't it? Dirty, dirty, dirty beast. Well, now I can get under and look at it. I haven't really inspected it, but I mean, there's no actual cancer rust in the back. And the quarters, honestly, they're gross, you know, from years of use and neglect, but they're not cancerous. They're not rusted through. So really, for this one, it's really just the front, up to the rockers under the doors, and then the front clip. And there's a lot of body damage, right? A lot of weirdness going on here from the previous owners. Yeah, see, that's all. So this has all got to be replaced. I have parts for this. I actually bought a bit of sheet metal. Tom's Bronco down in Oregon here had a free shipping sale, so I snagged some. And now we're looking at the real issues. Look at that. Up there, the cowl. A little bit on this side. I've got entirely new these members from both sides, and these for 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 both sides. So I'm going to fix a big chunk of this mess. It's still going to be ugly. I kind of want to media blast it, but you know, I'm going to wait till I actually get a pre-sold property with a big old shop on it, and then I'll tear this thing down to the bones, and I'll restore it the way it was supposed to be. Okay, so, oh yeah, down here, you know, the frame is okay. It's just, it had this undercoating on it, and that all chipped away. And, yeah, so a lot of it is just like cleaning up years and years of mess. So, that's what we're dealing with here. These can be easily worked on now. So really the only mounts that I'm going to have a real problem with are these guys are pretty open, but those ones right there in the middle. Those ones sitting in those little, little towers. Those are going to be a little more difficult to get to. Oh, I wish I could power spray in here. Look at that moss. Crazy. Yep. So, I mean, we really don't have frame rot per se. There is one little spot on the bottom of that far driver's side frame rail that's underneath. Up under, that's bad, but this is all just surface and scale rust. So, I mean, this is what we're starting with. And I guess the next thing I want to do is, I mean, I don't really need to get that out of the way, honestly. If I can't lift the body off, I don't see any point in messing with it. So I'm going to think about that. Do I even have to remove the shifter? I probably could anyway, or should anyway, just to clean it up, because it's probably got some issues that need to be fixed anyway. Anyway, that's where we are with this. So, keep watching. We'll get more and more crazy with it. And thanks for watching. We'll talk to you guys later.
Alright, I'm working on taking off this bolt for the shifter, for the transfer case shifter. I've got the body up, but I don't want, I'm going to be in a pinch point here between the frame and the body and the floor pan here. So I stacked a bunch of blocks there in an attempt to save myself if this jack fails on this side. But this is my last will and testament for anybody that finds me here after I get crushed between the frame and the body of my Bronco. Goodbye, everybody. I did it. I survived. All right, now we can move the body around. So this is this is how far, now that I've got the shifter out of the way, now I can get it I can move it all the way back to the engine block and a little bit further, right up to the water pump, and that gives me plenty of a hangover here for the framework I need to do in the front of the Bronco frame. And then so I remove the exhaust pipe to get that out of the way, and I think I'm going to go ahead and remove the transfer case. Here's the there we go. So then I can also scooch it way forward to get to the back part of the frame. I'm going to have to put you down while I figure that one. We are as far forward as I can get it. Gives me a bit of access to the rear frame mounts. And I guess the rear shackles, maybe that'll come in handy. In the front, we are up to the engine block. Probably come a little further. Yeah, we got a little bit extra room, another couple inches before that one touches. Alright. So, and that is what we're getting going tonight. It's not quite to the ceiling on this time.